And it's great to see that because nowadays, personally, acting is terrible. It's gone down the tube, and so is a large part of Hollywood. I mean, you're talking about, you know, back in the great days, the 50s and the 60s, with fantastic movies where guys would sing, dance, and do everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'd go to the movie to be entertained for hours. And there's so many directors nowadays that are so into nowadays filmmaking, but you know what, person, that's not where it's at.
No.
Your old guys, your greats, are where it's at. Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, Robert Redford. I mean, these are your, like, legendary actors and legendary people that, you know, I mean, who cared about production value back then? Who cared if the light was in the right place? You look at it, Steve McQueen. I mean, he was the guy delivering the line. Today, it's so much like you got people because they have iMovie or they have something on their computer. They go to the movies and they say, well, that shot isn't right. That light isn't right. This isn't right. It's like, no, you're supposed to be... If we are making you look at that, we're doing our job wrong because we need to make you look at the actors and enjoy the story and fall in love with these fictional characters. You're seeing the character for 2 hours, but I need you to believe that this person exists and you feel connected. You cry with him, you live with him, you love with him, you go to work with him. This is our job, and I feel like so many directors miss that, and there's a lot of talented people out there, and there's a lot of people that can make Hollywood better. It's just, they're closed-minded to Paris Hilton and Britney Spears. That's the new wave of today. You know, that's you know what I mean.
Well, the music scene ain't that much different, bro. We got a great album that I was going to give you tonight. This is my band. Maybe you could use us in your movie one day. But you know, rock and roll these days, it's dead. Everything is pretty much.
This is for you guys, by the way.
Hip hop.
That we signed one for Captain, one for you, John, and here's a DVD copy of Blood Oath that won the awards.
All
for
right,
yourself,
beautiful,
okay?
bro. Great.
That's great. In
That's for you guys.
Yeah, and I was
you.
saying, but
Thank
with
you.
the music, it's bad.
It's,
you know,
it's. I mean,
I think it's harder than with the acting. You know.
Well, you know what I think.
You got to worry about yourself with the acting. The music, you got a whole band.
You got.
You know.
You know what it is. I just feel like, you know, there's Hollywood in general for music and film. You know, it's not so much the people that are at fault, or should I say, the talent. It's the producers and the managers behind it that are ruining everything. It's these guys that are at Disney, or I mean, Disney's a perfect example. I mean, it's just they pick these young stars, they train them and they pump them to act and act and act and sing and cut records and perform. And it's like, you know, you got a 15-year-old or you got a 14-year-old, and it's like, you know, what do you expect? It's like Lindsay Lohan. I mean, she was prime since she was a kid. She's a multi-millionaire. She doesn't know what to do with her life. I mean, you know, she's a drug rehab. Same thing with Britney Spears. And everybody blames them. And I'm not to say that they're not at fault. It's just that it's like what you said with the music industry. It's all hand in hand. It's this feeling and this of, you know, just, I don't know what it is. It's just what they believe needs to be done.
It's also the change of the times, generation from generation. You know, everybody's changing and growing in different ways. Different family backgrounds.
Well, the industry's doing too many reality shows like The Bachelor. You know, The Bachelor's an actor overnight. I mean, that's ridiculous. You know, I mean, when you're talking to a real actor, somebody who's been in the business 18 years, who's now getting recognized and getting out there, here's a guy that comes on TV that nobody knows. He becomes a bachelor. He's desperate to meet a woman, and now all of a sudden he's got contracts and he's an actor. Meanwhile, he's never acted a day in his life. And you have a list of not just me, but so many talented people out there that are sitting there waiting. And it's like, you know, what else does it take? You know what I mean? Does it take me getting on a reality show now?
Yes.
No,
You know what I mean?
typecasted. It's, you know, he's not going to be versatile.
You know? But you know, it's dating just, shows. it's very tough for anybody right now in the film industry, music industry, acting, because for some reason, Hollywood has fell victim to this ideal that this is what American people want, and this is what we want to go pay $12 at the movie theater to see, is Paris Hilton starring in a movie, or any of these other, you know, the just B-minus people, and they're getting the big bucks, they're doing the big films, and like I said, I go back to Disney. It's like all these, you know, movies and all these shows they're making, it's like they just pump this one media amount, and it's like, well, you know, we're Disney, we've been doing it for 100 years, so we know what American people want. No, it's like, whatever happened, like, I want to know who set the standard for the greats, like Humphrey Bogart, and how did that die, and how did this come about? I mean, obviously I wasn't alive. It just happened when I was alive. So like, what, you know, when did this, you know, horrible transformation happen, you know? It's just a shame because, you know, I grew up maybe in the wrong time, and maybe I should have been there directing with Steve McQueen. That would have been awesome, like on Bullet, or working on Cool Hand Luke or something, you know? I mean, Scorsese.
Guys
Scorsese,
like
you know?
Scorsese.
I think you should do a documentary on all this.
Yeah, maybe I
Try to
should.
bring it back. Bring back
Good
the
idea.
old movies
Well,
like
listen,
that.
why don't we
Scorsese watching this tonight?
Yeah, Marty, what's going on?
why don't we show a clip of this right now?
Sure.
Sure, go right ahead.
We're gonna show a
Do you want me to tell you a little bit about the
Yeah,
clip
tell
that's
us about
popping up?
Knock yourself out.
Okay, well, the clip that they're going to hit up, basically, in the movie, this is the kind of middle of the film where Chris, who plays Tony, the mob boss in the film, and Steve, who actually is his grandfather started this mafia family. And his father did not want to take it over, so Chris now takes over the family instead. And Steve's character, who's the name of our lead actor, he decides to get involved because his family's in financial trouble. And he goes to his good old Uncle Tony and pretty much begs him to get involved, see if he can help his family out, against the better judgment of his father, like most sons, right? And he gets involved. But of course, the kid thinks that, it's his Uncle Tony, so he's going to take care of him. But that's never the role. The point of the movie is it's never that way with the mob.
Right.
And this scene is when Steve goes with him to meet with the Russian mafia. And it's a good point in our movie where we get to show that nowadays there's more dimensions to the Italian mob. It's not just them. It's them making deals with all the other people out there to keep business flowing on the streets. They go to this nightclub, they make a deal, they're distributing and selling cocaine, and it's really a great scene.
All right. All right, let's check out this
Check it
clip.
out.
Blood Oat.
Have a seat. David, принеси водку и чемодан.
Yo, Dom, come over here and check this. Yeah, Tony, it's good.
Then we have a deal, yes?
Yeah, we got a deal.
No все там. I want to toast to our partnership, and I hope you can stay for the end of the night.
Hey, Azalu.
Thank you.
Really cool. I can't wait to see this movie.
Thank you.
Very good,
So
very
I
good.
understand if I want, I can purchase this movie.
Yeah, I
you?
mean, you can contact
on
us
your
at the website. We have a MySpace set up, and if anybody's interested in getting the movie, they can contact us, and we're selling DVDs for $10.
Where on MySpace can we find you?
It's myspace.com/Iengo, I-E-N-G-O, Entertainment, LLC.
Perfect.
That's
So
Now,
if
fast,
anybody-
before you leave, what about this movie Partners?
Okay, well, because we won at the New York Festival, I wound up winning Best Director, and then we just won Best Short for a crime story. So we really got to meet a lot of people. And Partners, we were going to do it as a short, but we decided to make it into a feature because I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's that good. And it's a New York cop drama. It's about these two detectives. Chris plays Christopher Perez, the lead detective in the film. These two guys are on narcotics. The movie basically is about this new drug dealer that comes into New York. He's rising power, and the cops are not sure how he's getting all this drugs and all this power. And basically, he's so egotistical that he believes he's better and stronger than the mob nowadays. So he attacks everyone. I don't mean just the Italian. I mean every single gang and mob. He thinks he's the cream of the crop, and he's going to wipe everybody out. And these two detectives are the only people that have a hairline of evidence to get to this guy. And the movie is basically following their journey from this one homicide to try to nail this guy and figure out how he got his power, who's backing him, and to stop him in this war on the street. And it's their inner struggle. The best thing is Chris has a wife, and it's about him dealing with his family, how hard it is to be on the job, what it's like, what the stress is to be a cop. And it's just a great story. It's shot all on location in New York, some brownstones, some beautiful locations, and it really pays homage to these guys on the job. And it's a
good.
fantastic movie.
Sounds very promising.
Thank
Listen,
you, thank you.
you guys are welcome to come on my
If you
show
don't-
anytime.
Hey, if you don't mind, I'd just like to say what's up to Big Nose Kate. Everybody at Big Nose Kate, what's up?